Hello, everyone. My name is Loranda, and today I'm going to talk about the country culture training for Spain. So, Spain is located in Latin Europe, and it is located southwest shore of Europe, just north to Africa. Now, the climate in Spain is typically a Mediterranean climate, but it's characterized by hot, dry summers and mild, rainy winters. I want to give you guys just a brief history on Spain. So Spain had the Spanish Civil War that was fought in 1936 and 1939, and the two opposing parties were the Republicans, who were loyal to the government. They fought against a revolution by the Nationalists, which was led by military general Francisco Franco. Now, this war was a political war between the two opposing sides. Now, right here, this painting illustrates the suffering of people and animals during the Civil War. It is a famous painting, and it depicts how people were treated during this time. Okay, so the demographics. Spain has a population of 47.8 billion, which this was reported in 2006, so I'm pretty sure it's higher. Their major religion is Catholic. However, Islam, Judaism, Protestantism, and Hinduism is also an accepted religious belief. Now, their life expectancy is 82 years, which is 4 years higher than the US of 78 years life expectancy. The ethnic groups are Castilians and Catalans, and there's way more, but those are your primary ones. And their primary language is Spanish. All right, so now I'm going to discuss communication. All right, so starting off with greeting. Men, when they greet, they usually greet by shaking hands with one another and maintaining direct eye contact. Family members and friends might hug in some religions. Good friends might even exchange a kiss on the cheek. When it comes to women greeting women, light kiss on the cheek are the most common ways of greeting for friends and family. But at first meetings, a regular handshake or a simple nod of acknowledgement um, isn't unusual. All right, so greetings between men and women, a light kiss on the cheek, just like women, are the most common form of greetings for friends and family. Oftentimes, it's just a light touching of the cheek rather than the actual kiss. But at first meetings, a handshake will do, and it is customary to let the women offer her hand first. Okay, so next I'm going to discuss physical contact. So physical contact during, um, physical contact during a conversation with Spaniards is an acceptable form of communication in Spain. When they talk with their hands, and they also like to touch each other. When it comes to personal space, arms lift apart or a bit closer is usually appropriate, and people don't feel like their personal space is being violated during conversation. Oh, also, it's common to see people in Spain because they are very, like I said, very touchy type people. It's common to see them hug in public, couples kiss in public, women interlock arms with men as they walk down the street. Public physical contact is considered normal within certain limits. Okay, and now feedback. So I do want to discuss feedback when communicating. So even though they are a high context culture, um, it is common for them to give direct negative feedback. They value giving direct feedback and actually telling the truth when they talk. Okay, now we're going to talk about the fun part, personal life, their personal life. So Spaniards, lunch and dinner is definitely different from the U.S. It usually happens later and lasts longer. So lunch for them happens like starting as late as 11:30 to like 3:30, and it can last 3 to 4 hours. Dinner can start as late as 9 p.m. Rest is very important for Spaniards. They do value quality of life. So rest is important. It's just as equally as important as having working and having financial stability. They are emotional people. They do, they're real good about showing their emotions just offhand. They wear it on their shoulders, so you can see if they're upset or if they're happy. They're very emotional people. They also have a strong Arab influence, so especially like you can see it with hospitality. For business, titles are very important, and it's best to address people directly by using their, Mr., Mrs., or Mrs., followed by their surname. So, no, for senor, it's Mr., senora, it's Miss, and senorita is Mrs. So, although Spain is a polychronic culture, arriving on time for a meeting is important when it comes to business, and punctuality is valued. Now, negotiation, final decision tends to come um, from top down. So even though that they're in the middle of collectivism and individualism, they're still considered to be top down. Alrighty, so let's see. Now they are very high context, as I mentioned before. When it comes to hierarchy, they are in the middle. And to sum it up, Spaniards, they are a feminine type culture because they do believe in quality of life, as I mentioned earlier. So that's all I have for my slides today. Hopefully, you guys learned something. So thank you, and I hope you guys enjoy my presentation.